Jeg står i det koldeste rum på hele E3-messen, og det er fordi, at det her Treyarch holder til med Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Her står Jay. Han ved alt om alting, faktisk. Og det skal vi snakke om lige nu. Jay, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Why was it an obvious choice to make a sequel?
I think for us, when we look at the storyline of what we've always done and where we wanted the story to go, I think it was just a natural progression from us looking how the Cold War ended and what does the future look like. So I think for us, really looking at how our characters would develop, where they'd start to move forward, what would they look like, in the future, really was an inspiration for us to look at, for the first time we're spanning, 40, 45 years of going from the end of the first Cold War to the start of the second one. So.
Yeah, because you're going future on us now, and this is LA 2025. A lot of new stuff is happening, and the whole world is getting kind of weird war-wise. Where's this game going to take us?
So what's going to happen on this game is that you're going to find that there's this, we have a villain character called Raul Menendez that was actually there during the first Cold War that Woods maybe have met before. And so now we're really following his journey on how he wants to pull down capitalism and why he's doing what he's doing. So it's really a very unique storyline where we're really focusing on, making this villain the most memorable villain ever and what made him, what happened, what made him the way he is. And really looking at and bringing players to where at times you may even empathize with him. You go, gosh, I understand what he's doing and why he's doing it, but I think he's kind of doing it a little weird, not the way I would do it, right? And so
a bit too violent.
A bit too violent, yes. And so, like you said, you're in LA 2025. He's taking over some of the drones, and now, if you saw the level in LA, the drones are attacking LA, and all mayhem is breaking out right now.
We saw a beautiful flight scene. How linear is that flight scene? Do you only control the guns, or do you have any control of the plane itself?
Whole thing. Fly around the city however you want, control of the guns, not on the rails at all. So we're very excited. I think if you saw in the demo, there's a lot of LA to fly through. So, flying in and out of the buildings is fantastic, especially if you're on a bigger screen, you really feel like you're flying. And plus, when you're starting to take out those drones, we think the players are really going to love it.
One of the significant things in Call of Duty games is, of course, the extreme amounts of action getting pounded into your face. Yes. Can there be too much action?
Can there be too much action? No, it's Call of Duty, right? I mean, I think for us, I think that's what all the players are used to, right? Is that epic campaign, that cinematic experience of saying, I'm going to be in this battle, and you're looking around and you start to see all the attention, the details that the level builders have done and what we've done back at the studio, where it's like, man, these worlds are immense, they're huge, they're beautiful, and really adds to that authenticity of you feeling like you're on that battlefield with your guys going in to take out the objective. So again, I don't think there's ever, can you ever have too much action? Never. It's Call of Duty.
So you sit down at Treyarch at a round table and you say, okay guys, we need to make a game that can kill an epileptic. Is that what's happening?
No, we don't want to go that far, but lots of explosions, right?
Close.
Close.
Maybe hospitalized.
No hospitalization. It's a video game. Let's have some fun doing it, right? We don't want to send anybody to the hospital.
Weapon-wise, we're in the future. What will the future bring us?
So the future, there's a handful of weapons that will, you probably saw the Sniper Storm, which is the first time you're actually going to have a charge mechanic on a sniper rifle with a new scope that I think players are going to enjoy. A lot of those weapons will be pulled out for the multiplayer review. So there's just a couple of little tidbits, things to come back to your fans. But I assure you there's lots of weapons and lots of gear that they're going to love.
You also showed us a bit where you can control the group that you have in a new way. How is that going to work?
Correct. So we're very excited. It's called Strike Force. So the Strike Force levels are now new to a Call of Duty. They're a non-linear sandbox environment where you actually go in as a different squad that happens outside of the actual campaign itself. So depending upon how successful, or for the first time if you fail a mission, that has impact on the branching storyline down the road. So it's really an opportunity for players to go in if they want to just do boots on the ground. Typical first-person shooter, have at it. But if you want to start to sort of be the general, take a step back, set up waypoints, places you can interact, take control of the drones. If you want to drive around or walk around in the claw, taking out guys, you can do that. If you want to fly around the level for some intel in the quad rotor drone, you can do that as well. So it really gives the players a lot of unique different play mechanics that for the first time in a Call of Duty, we think players are really going to enjoy that.
If I was an enemy walking down the street, what would be your favorite way of taking me out? Not to dinner, but like in a killing one.
I can't take you out to dinner?
No, I don't think it'll work.
That wouldn't work. I think right now, I think people are going to really enjoy the new Sniper Storm weapon. I think, again, that play mechanic and that scope, especially when you see somebody behind, like you saw in LA, hiding, right? You're actually going to be able to find them. So I think it really adds a lot to the different play mechanics, and it's really a fun weapon that everybody's going to enjoy.